Jack needs to get in the Zoom room.
Moo.
Zoom. But on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another exciting edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and the devs. Oh, because it's Taco Tuesday, which means you need to get in on those giveaways, especially for those streamer bundles, because we're giving away doubles, which means you need to type in bang bundle me on both streams. And now Lily is actually on my laptop.
Yeah. Exclamation, I love free shit on my side, and pound the bootay.
The bootay on mine. Yes.
On Jack's
I think
side.
Lily wants to get up on my shoulder.
We'll find out in just a moment, but welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is, as Jack said, Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And again, reminder, it is a short week here due to the 4th of July holiday coming up here on Thursday. So today and tomorrow will be the only other shows this week, and then we will resume our normal, regularly scheduled programming. Oh, Fish! Winfield.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. But, as always, it is always with a heavy heart when we have to do this here on NBNN, and we just got info of yet another one of our Shroud players passing on here in the game or outside of the game, as it may be. But let's bring this up, and I just threw another topic in there for you down at the bottom, Facebook pages.
Yeah.
But Celebration of Life for Twilight Tempest.
Yes, and I did watch that video right after you posted it, and let's go ahead and hit play on that in three,
Oh, hold on.
two.
I didn't have that queued up. We doing the whole YouTube, or
Okay,
you're just playing it right in the window here?
just in the window.
Okay.
It's 1 minute long, and there's really not a whole lot of information in
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
other than so.
Okay. Count it in then. I should have
3,
audio today for
2,
this.
1, play. Yes.
There we go. There's
That's it.
nothing special with the music there, but
I think that was what, Enya?
it sounds like it. But meanwhile, hope we don't get a copyright strike.
Yes.
But definitely be worth it either way, because when something like this happens, we have to, of course, tell you all about it, show you what's going on, and I've got. Well, I sent out a question to Eileen Dragonfire, who did message yesterday. As you might remember, I made some comments as to
Hmm.
a message she had sent, and when I saw this after the show yesterday, this came out yesterday about 4 o'clock, and I sent a message asking if there was any other information we could share um, relating to this event that's going to be happening. So, um, but anyway, there's going to be a celebration of life for Twilight Tempest Saturday, 2 p.m. New Britannia time. Oh no, it's Pacific Standard Time. It's 4 p.m. New Britannia time, July 13th, out in Vertus Sanctuary, a short walk east of Blood River. And that's happening the day after the Long Lord British live stream. And hopefully they will cover, or at least mention this on that live stream next week. But again, we don't know. But I know that many of you knew Twilight, played with Twilight over the years. I know we knew Twilight in game, and it's always sad to hear when we've lost yet another member of the Shroud of the Avatar family here on
Yes.
NBNN. So, our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends, and of course, we look forward to seeing everybody out there for this celebration of life. Saturday, July 13th. I'll probably make a brief appearance, but right around that time, I usually be headed out for
Dinner.
dinner on Saturday nights, but I will make an appearance there before I do that. Drip says, I don't think she was that old either. No, I mean, as far as I understand, she wasn't. Again, I got a request out there for more details. This is actually, I'm a little annoyed at myself and Jack and just ourselves, because if we go over to Facebook, I did a search for it. I put the link down there for you. I did a search
Yeah.
for Twilight Tempest, and this was originally reported on the 22nd of June. So apparently, this happened actually a couple of weeks ago. And And if you bring this up, there's a couple of repeat posts. I don't know. Oh, I know why. One was posted on Shroud of the Avatar, and the other was posted on Avatar's radio on Facebook. But you want to read
I'm not
those?
in the Avatar's radio. We are very sad to hear that Twilight Tempest, a longtime listener and a player of Shroud of the Avatar, has passed away. Aline Dragonfire had the honor of being asked by community members to host a celebration of life for Twilight and the community, which will be happening on Saturday, July 13th, 2024 at 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will have more information about the event soon.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and Winfield sends his condolences as well. Thank you, Winfield. And yes, yeah, always sad. As again, I know the name, I know the player. I truthfully can't recall if we've ever met Twilight in person or not. It's quite possible that we did at one of the soda cons. I thought she was one of the Dallas area players. Do you know anything about that at all?
I do not know much about Twilight Tempest other
And
than we are friends in game.
and I want to say that she was also married to another player, but I don't have confirmation of that right now. For some reason, it sticks in my mind that she was, but again, until I have further details on this, there's really not much to say. And of course, we'll be looking forward to finding out more information on this. And uh, yeah, Winfield, I'm sure we'll find that out. Again, I put out a message to Eileen asking if she had any other pertinent information she could share. I was hoping she would have gotten it to me, and it may even come in during the show. So if it does come in during the show, then I will definitely stop us. I can probably reach out to Justin. Justin would probably have some more information on that as well, because I know that they hung out, at least as I recall. But
Versago is her friend.
yeah. And Winfield, absolutely. He says he remembers her in game fishing. She won many fishing contests. Another thing I did was I actually did go um, to the forums to just see. Funny enough, there are like literally like no posts that I can find from Twilight herself. But when you do a search, and I'm going to bring this up here in the forums, you want to go to the forums and just go to the main forum, do a search for Twilight Tempest. I'll bring that up here, and I'll move this over here.
I'm not finding a user for Twilight Tempest.
Right. Well, that's the interesting thing. I would have
There's
assumed there.
lots of Twilight or Tempests, but no
Well,
Twilight.
my comment was on Winfield's comment that uh, about fishing. What did he say there? I remember her in game, perhaps fishing a lot, of course, but that's absolutely it. She's mentioned here winning and getting third place, getting this place, getting first place. She won a lot of the fishing contests out there where she's mentioned, and so she was an avid fisher person, Winfield. So in her memory, and for those of you, fish.
Yes.
May your fish ever be plentiful, Twilight. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but I mean, if you just go down this list, I mean, for every fishing tourney, she's listed as somebody who won in all of these. But again, no player profile, which really shocked me that she didn't have a player profile either in the forum. So. Um,
different form name.
Well, there was one reference where it was just Twilight, but again, no posts from said players, so
Yeah.
hard to say. And again, we'll be looking for more information as it comes in. And again, just another sad day for Shroud of the Avatar here because uh, it comes with the territory. The one thing, and I think I say this every time we have to do this, is that when Jack and I decided to do this, this is not something that we, uh, ever figured into the plan of having to report the news, but this comes with the territory, and we have to do our due diligence when things like this happens, and it's our job to make sure that we report this with the best of information and tact that we can when we lose a player here in Shroud of the Avatar. So again, our condolences to the family and friends, and I hope to see you all out there this Saturday celebrating a friend and player of all of ours in the Shroud of the Avatar family here. So again, if we get more information, we'll pass that on when we get it. And thank you, Winfield. I do appreciate the kind words. It's always difficult when we lose a fellow player, friend, and gamer in real life. Absolutely. And again, not something that we really gave much thought to when we started doing the news, but it comes to the territory, and not the first time we've had to do this. I'm sure it won't be the last time that we had to do this. Yes, we said it was on the 13th. We've got this right here. Did I say the 12th at one point? I think I was referring to
Possibly.
I think I was referring to, I hope they mentioned it on the live stream on the 12th for Lord British Knight Rider, I think is what I was referring to. But yes, the 13th Saturday is when the actual event is happening. Yeah, it's not this Saturday, but yes, you know what I meant. Is I will see you all Saturday the 12th. I see what you're saying. Is not this Saturday, absolutely. Saturday after. Winfield, that's a good question. I believe that there is an area out in the Brittany Cemetery for players who we have lost. And I think it has to be requested by somebody to do that. I don't know if they do that automatically unless it was, that's a good question. I would think I would have
I
thought
don't
that.
believe like the Brittany graveyard actually has that, because the statues were all
Well, we're gonna take a look. I thought there was a.
Brittany graveyard. They may have made one generalized uh uh like memorial, but the like all the gravestones in the Brittany graveyard are the backers of the game.
Right, anybody who had the pledge for that, but I thought that there was a specific area out here in the graveyard. Again, the graveyard is like right over here. I thought this area was the memorial area for those people who have passed. That they.
These are just reading as like a grave marker.
Yeah, this is the area right here, and if you bring
Yeah.
this up, you want to read what's on this.
Dear friends and heroes, enshrined herein are those who came to this world in search of adventure, companionship, and knowledge of what it is to be an avatar, but who can no longer quest in these realms. For the time has come when this world's adventurers end. We honor these friends who have started a new journey beyond this world. I, Lord British, wish these souls grand adventures beyond our realms. And that's actually read out by Lord British in game.
Yeah.
So if you have your audio.
Oh, is there audio to that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Double click on it and max your. But that is there as well. But I had like different things reduced as far as volume goes.
yeah. Let me see if it plays a little differently for me. I don't get it when I click on it. Let's see.
I was getting it, and you can double click on the green portion. The weird
I
thing is, like,
I heard it when you were doing it, but when you played it,
yeah,
but and my cursor comes up green, but for some reason it doesn't do anything else for me, unfortunately.
but yeah, like none of these grave markers have labels on them that I can see.
Yeah, that's what I thought would see here was different markers for different people.
Yeah.
What happens when you pay the
Uh,
respects to flowers come up? Okay, I
yes.
got it.
Oh, this one's for headache, Rhonda, wife and mother, missed and never forgotten. Um,
So
so
there is
only
one that's
one
marked.
here. Only this one, right? Where was it?
First one right here.
Well, now my mouse over is not working on it.
Which is really weird.
Which is very okay. If anybody wants to report a grave marker bug, that's right there. Oh, it's this one right here.
Yeah, I don't get.
This is the one that.
I don't get anything when I click on this one either.
But none of the others have any information on them.
Yeah, again, I know that several of these were supposedly placed for people in the past, but again, maybe there is a bug going on with that where,
Yeah.
you know, maybe something got mishandled because I'm assuming that each one of these that has been laid here was for
Is
somebody we
a
lost.
specific person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if that's the question, then somebody might want to ask support. Um, yeah, Winfield, I don't think they're placeholders only because, you know, then we'd have placeholders through this whole thing. You'll also notice that this area is cleared where this area still got trees and
Trees.
stuff on it, which hasn't been cleared. And again, there's, you know, uh, just a set number of them here. So um, I guess when the time comes, we'll find out whether there's an additional one that gets laid out here. Um, Oddly enough, 343. The spacing of these compared to all the other ones doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason either. So just wherever they place them. Then of course all these other markers out here, which I can't jump this fence. I don't know why.
I jumped it to get in here, but can't jump
Yeah.
out it. All of these other grave
Mhm.
markers are actual backers of the game.
Yes. And if you know where yours is, I know at one point where mine was, but I would guess, what they should do is appropriately is take the one from here and move it over there. at the time of their passing, I think would be the uh, most
I
appropriate
found
thing to just, yeah.
I found calf uses.
Yeah. And then we do have a teleporter here. What does a teleporter do? Just different entrances. So, but anyway, yeah. The heck? Bell clipper. What is this? DC, what did you do?
And brickbat.
DC, how did you get something to come after you here in the cemetery? My goodness. You're not
I
sure. And
the
I
skull
don't.
clipper.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, I found yours.
You found mine? Which one of mine?
Your grave.
So-
Yeah. Well,
I have
he's got
several of them.
several, as do I.
Yeah.
And it looks like that skull clipper is undefeatable with 170 hit points. CC's just whacking on it, but it ain't doing anything. Let's just run up here for a second. I want to see something where this. Come on.
What are you trying to figure out?
We have a Moongate,
Yes.
which is not part of the. I don't remember one that came to the graveyard particularly. So
Maybe it's fake.
now it goes to Exeter right now. So I'm just curious.
And I got too close to it.
I found wind silver moons.
And there goes Jack.
Yeah. Well, in order to see if there's a location for it.
Yeah, when you go out to Exeter, you're just going to get the next jump is going to be to.
Well, no, but if you hover each of the stones, it'll tell you the locations that they can go to.
And
There won't be one for itself.
we have a contemplative ghost sitting here in this.
Well, that's part of the quest.
That's Owen. Okay, yeah.
Maybe there is one for Exeter over here. Yeah, the graveyard is not part of the Moongate traveling system. So why they added it is questionable.
Okay, so he gives you
And why
information
why
about.
does this one seem much closer together than the one in Owl's Head?
What do you mean?
Like these like the stones seem like they are much more condensed around the Moongate itself, and so you can't really hover over them. Whereas in Owl's Head, I thought they were much further apart.
Oh, we just in the. See, the graphic actually looks like it's working a little better with the actual energy coming off the stone pointing towards the moon gate from the destination. I don't think we see that in Owl's Head.
No, you do.
Do you? Let's go take a look.
Yeah, but the stones I believe are further apart.
Gonna go to the south entrance in Owl's Head. Take a look. We'll go take a look. The Ghost has a quest there for a how to make a wax cylinder something phonograph. You have to go out someplace and take the key to somebody. So if I come out over here, oh yeah, okay, it is. It's got the same graphic. And Exeter is still the open location from here as well. So that is the open location from all the moon gates right this moment. All right, headed back up to the lot. And of course, going to remind everybody that they should be typing exclamation bundle me.
Yes.
Because we're going to be pulling two, count them, two streamer bundle winners here in just a moment. As soon as I get sat back down here, there we go. Get my streamer bundles open. All right, are we ready to pull them? Hold on, do I have information? Knight Rider.
Okay. Paladin Michael and Winfield are going to be getting streamer bundles from me.
Yay.
Ooh. Winfield.
And my streamer bundles are going to go to Red Hammers and Knight Rider. Congratulations.
Paladin Michael, what's your in-game name? I forgot.
Michael something. Michael
Berg, maybe?
Berg. Yeah, Michael Berg. That's who it is.
Okay. Hopefully. Yep. Dun.
There's Knight Rider.
No.
And Red Hammer. Is that your actual in-game name? You're Dugan Red Hammer? I'm going to assume. I'm going to wait for verification on that, Red Hammer. You are Dugan. Not reopened yet. Waiting. Waiting on you to verify that that is you, Dugan Red Hammer.
Okay, and my giveaway is being reopened right now. There it is. Yes, Winfield, I know your in-game name is Winfield. Check your in-game mail for yours.
Yeah, you got to send it to Fish.
Oh, Fish. Or the town drunk.
Red Hammers, are you Dugan Red Hammer? Yes or no? I just need a quick answer. You keep typing bundle me, but you're not answering my question. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I can click the send button.
Okay.
I hate to see a name that's similar and send out a prize and then get a message from somebody going, I never got my prize because they had a similar name. We used to have that happen with somebody. Yeah, we used to have that happen with, who did that happen with? They had, one guy had an S on the name, the other one didn't.
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't have
commercials.
that problem.
You can avoid commercial. Yeah, we both did. We had somebody who had a name, and then there was his name, and then there was another person with the same name with an S on it. And if you typed it in wrong, it would go to the other person. I can't remember who it was. So, an easy way to avoid commercials is to go ahead and subscribe to NBNN, and you will not see any more commercials. But moving right along.
going back to a topic that we used to have open, and
What do you mean used to have open?
well, we had open before we talked about last week, and then closed, and now we have an answer from Ravelox. That's the Crooked Shank.
We don't have an answer from Ravlox, but
Oh, sorry, Sanyo.
yeah. Okay, that's not what I had queued, but we can do that. We
Yeah,
can
you
do
did.
that.
You posted it today.
Yeah, well, we got how many topics from yesterday still to cover?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
And
that's
Winfield
that's
got
how
the
we
wiener bundle.
that's how we wind up talking about stuff from a week and a half ago because we keep pushing them. But
Well,
that's
that's
okay.
because we keep on. I close my tabs at the end of the week.
Yeah,
for
no,
that.
if we haven't talked about them, I keep them open.
There's no point. Then we end up talking about the same thing that we do all the time. But Crooked Shank, as we talked about last week, Conjurer visited Crooked Shank today for a second time with his wizard avatar after doing all quests there on my last visit and choosing to condemn the mayor for imprisonment, thus becoming the village's enemy number 1. Despite that, today everything was peaceful until I spoke to someone. Then that NPC would attack me and yell something at me about me being the enemy, but everyone else stayed neutral. Problem: either they remember me, enemy, or not neutral, but only become hostile single file, and only when talking to them seems strange. Edit: it's not consistently like that. Deeper in the village, when Lennart becomes hostile and I kill him, the waitress hurls a fireball at me. Perhaps they only turn from neutral to hostile when spoken to or observing me killing someone. And this is where we discussed Myra last week.
Yep.
And how Myra, who is, and we're going to have to go down to Myra too, because this is very important for us to discuss, because when we cover Sanyo's answer, you'll see why this is problematic. So we're just going to get down to Myra while we bring this up. Come on. Then Sanyo says, we have several different factions that can be assigned to NPCs, like Bandit, Dragon, Friendly to All, Neutral, and Red Sash. Players are always player faction. And player factions dictates who they hate, attack first, like allow for conversations, or are neutral to allow for conversations and attack only to defend themselves. Aggressive factions like Bandit and Dragon hate the player faction. Neutral factions like Neutral and Red Sash won't attack a player unless they are attacked first. Also, Red Sash faction is special in that NPCs are neutral and won't fight unless provoked. But others of the same faction that are nearby will detect their ally being attacked and will join the fight. We don't have a system where a set of NPCs can permanently treat a player character as though they are different faction. And that's just fundamentally actually wrong, because it used to work like that, and the test case for that was Myra. So here's how Crooked Shank works. During a conversation, I can invoke an action called Attack that compels NPCs to fight the player's character regardless of faction setting, but it can only be triggered through conversation. When you condemned the mayor, you got a certain public enemy quest flag. From that point on, when you talk to a Crooked Shank villager, the conversation will start with a response that includes the attack action, and they will fight you. Fictionally, I suppose all the villagers will have short memories, but once you talk to them, one of them, that NPCs remembers you're the enemy. Normally, this would mean that you only have to fight one NPC at a time, but these villagers are also Red Sash faction, which means fighting one of them will cause others nearby to join the fight, like when the waitress fireballed you after you attacked her friend. In any case, when you move out of range and or aggro is lost, the NPCs return to their peaceful state. This is bad design over bad design over bad design. Because this is pre-release, okay, that we're going back to. Myra, if you told her that you killed her brother, she would never do business with you again. As soon as you ran by, she would actually yell out things and call you a black heart. Okay? So Myra recognized this character coming onto the screen and within her range. Okay? And she would refuse to do business, and that was supposed to negatively affect the other farmers around her. Then, post-launch, they changed the Clink quest. They changed all kinds of stuff. They changed a little bit of everything. Okay? So...
yeah, they screwed the Clink royally, in my opinion.
Yes.
That's another whole story.
They broke it to the fact where when I interact with Myra currently, okay, this time I got greetings Outlander. If I get out of the conversation and I go back in, I get, please, I wish you would just go. Because I have told her that I killed her brother. And I don't know if you can actually see the local chat.
No, we're not in party together, so I don't see any of that.
Yeah, so this is, I'm pasting this chat into Discord for you so you can actually see the actual chat. So sometimes I can talk to her, sometimes I can't, but no matter what, I'm still able to buy and sell because they broke it. So the kill brother, not kill brother, remember he asked to be killed. It was actually based off, her reaction was based off of how you told her that information. So there was a way that you could tell her, I killed your brother, and that would set that flag where she would never do business with you.
Of course, that was regardless of whether you actually killed her brother or not.
Yes. Yes.
You could lie to her and say you did, or you could actually kill her brother and lie to her and say you did not kill her brother, which was also very interesting portion of this quest line, which I always found interesting.
Yeah. And there never was a way to actually set the brother free and get him out either. And that's because when he was in the cage, you gave him the cage and there was a bear beneath him. So you could kill the bear and before giving him the key, but he still would not even try to jump out, and he would always drop the key into the sewer because he wanted to die. So the humane thing there is to end his suffering, but no good way to answer that. And depending on how you told Myra that her brother doesn't want to get out of jail and is giving up on life, there's nothing that you can really do. Yes. And every single NPC was actually supposed to be coded with this set of logic. However, thanks to the development team not having enough time, because the person assigned to creating all the quests instead decided to be assigned the task of writing the entire journal and quest system instead of using a Unity asset that was already available because they didn't like them. And he would say, I am not a developer and I am not a programmer.
2 years. Wasted time.
He spent over a year writing the quest engine. And that's one of the reasons that me and Laz had such vigorous disagreements about the love quest versus the truth and courage, because when we have those discussions, I kept telling them it's like every time they write a quest, they're putting it in the game. And he was like, no, there's no way. The truth and courage storylines are going to be the same length and the same kind of difficulty as the love quest line. But hey, Laz, how much time does it take to do the love quest line from start to finish?
I don't know, several hours.
A whole, how long does it take for courage?
Oh, less than an hour.
That I think that one was timed at like 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah. I know that the love, love is one, and then the truth and the other one are
Truth and courage are both about 2.5 hours
yeah,
of time.
yeah.
But
Like really,
the love
really
one
short.
was like 40 hours worth of point A to point B all over the world. And then truth and courage are like,
Okay, so
we're done.
Winfield's got some questions here. So, Jack, you're advocating permanent effects based on the decision, unless a quest line based kill a brother or don't kill a brother. That's how it actually used to work. Winfield. It's not that he's
That's how Myra used to work before release.
yeah,
And that's where like a question, like someone having a long memory about the game and the state of things is actually beneficial. Whereas
if I killed your brother, you're not going to forget about it next week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'd remember that for the life of the character.
Then you also need redemption stories, things like that you could turn around and change things. But that requires all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like the way that like your truthiness, your courageousness, whatever, was actually supposed to have an impact on the villagers as well. But what happened to that?
Yeah. And then
is there any real difference?
Winfield says, no way to reset that. Yeah, sure. Just do a player quest reset to start all over again.
Yeah, just
sure,
player quest reset would reset everything.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely not beneficial if you're the dev wanting everyone to forget about it. And that is one where it's like, so Myra was the first real quest, and the Clink was the first real quest to test out these game
consequences. Yes, consequences.
Yes, consequences. But that got broken. And forgotten about and neglected. And it's so you end up with and that storyline issue really is related to the fact that the one person that you had that was primarily supposed to be writing quests for the game and dialogue and everything else spent over a year writing the in-game quest engine. And then you listen to everybody talk about it and how shitty it is and how we were supposed to be upgrading that quest system and the journal system to Inky and everything else in episode 2. Who is that dev we're talking about? Is Lum.
Lum the Mad.
Yeah. So if you remember Lum spending all that time writing the quest engine. Yes. Yeah.
And then he left. Now, did he leave or was he let go? Big question.
Well, he did. I mean, I think he was canned with the massive termination of a third of the staff.
Winfield says, I saw him trying to program. Yeah, exactly. Trying.
Yes.
And he always admitted that was not his forte. Not something that was in his normal wheelhouse. So
it wasn't even 30.
Yeah, and so it's that's one where the Star and Chris seriously fucked up, among other things. Yes. And yes, he never claimed to be a programmer, but he was tasked with it and trying.
He took it on anyway.
Yeah. For over a year.
All
Yes.
right, let's move on to our next topic, which this is one I don't quite get this, and I try and figure out why. But fix needs testing. Total Eclipse Cloak.
Oh, yes. I mean, wasn't this just patched into the game?
It was, but
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
questions. Okay.
The Total Eclipse Cloak 2014 Eternal Pattern won't apply. Item. Having salvaged a 700 Kodo costing Total Eclipse 2024 cloak, in order to apply the Eternal Pattern to a cloak with a lot of stats, I find the pattern will not be recognized by the tailoring crafting station and therefore will not apply the cloak. I am trying to make the cloak look like the Eclipse cloak. Flare has duplicated and confirmed this bug. And Flare says, does not highlight the craft button when the correct items are placed on the table and cannot apply the pattern. Verified. Here's the ticket on June 12th. And fix needs testing 1722.
Now, my question, of course, I understand, patterns, and I understand items for collecting. But what I don't understand is when you buy an item just to rip the pattern. Is to me buying the said cloak. Now, see, this is one of them situations where it should be offered as a cloak, and B, a cloak pattern. I personally, I wound up with two of these actually. I wound up one as I wanted in one of the raffles, which I didn't realize, and I had bought one because Darkstar said he would rename it, but I could never get him to actually do it. So I had bought one. So I actually wound up with two of them. But me personally, I can't see spending $7 on something just to destroy the original, just to get the pattern out of it. You know what I'm saying? There should be, and I think we have some options to this. Let's see, pattern.
So last, if you could take your Lord's Cloak and salvage it to where it also functioned as a light source and applied it to something that had much better stats, would you do that?
Yes, because I have two of them.
Okay.
But if I only had the one, I would not be doing that. Yeah, but again, we're going to go over here and look at things like...
So all they wanted to do was apply that pattern to a cloak that had much better stats.
Well, let's do to just type in pattern in the crown shop.
Oh, I mean, that's related to the silliness that is patterns.
Right. So, again, I would have said, here's a cloak. Cloak costs X amount. Here's a pattern for said cloak. Pattern costs X amount. Not pay for the item and then have to destroy the item, because once you do that, you don't ever have the original item anymore. That's my point. Is I want the cloak in its pristine form as a collector's item. I don't want to just take the pattern. Whereas like the heraldry round table that we have here, the Lord British heraldry round table. I don't know if you could actually take the original table and get a pattern out of it, but I would hate to ruin an original table just to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Is the other stuff I can understand, the shields, the caskets, the banners, which are blanks, and then you can apply stuff to them. Um, I think that you should have just had a pattern for that, uh, specific total eclipse cloak that could be applied, so that it's just a pattern, and it remains a pattern like other patterns. That's all. That's my 2 cents on it. And again, I have two of them now, so I can understand if I wanted to break one down. Um, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Winfield. Is one cloak is an original name cloak. A pattern should be sold separate to apply to other items. Exactly what I'm saying. When you make a cloak, you should make a cloak, and then you should make, which they do, because if you can break it down to a pattern, then we already know that the pattern has been made and it's already a separate item because they had to put it in to make it, make it able to be broken down. So my point is, if you're doing that already, why not just offer the pattern in the store so that if I don't care about having the original cloak for, decorative purposes in its original pristine form, I could just buy a pattern pack. Maybe I want 20, Eclipse cloak patterns instead of just, and I don't want to spend $7 a piece, but I would spend $7 for a pack of 6 patterns. You know what I'm saying? Just
Well, I mean, that there's really no need for eternal patterns, anyways. But yeah.
why not? I have plenty
Da,
of
da,
stuff
da,
with
da,
eternal
da.
patterns on them, like my sunglasses.
Okay.
But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that topic. Is you pay money to have an actual item, and I guess if it's worth it to you, But I'm somebody who likes. I have a cloak collection also, what different cloaks I've gotten, whether it been from the Airy Fund, or whether it been from Soda Cons, or whether it been from other events in the game, or original items that were part of pledges, all hanging out in a location out in Snug Harbor, and I just don't see, again, I want them in their pristine condition. I don't want to have to spend money to break it down to be, to be just a pattern. I would like to just be able to buy a pattern. That's basically what it comes down to. But that's just me. Yeah. Anyway, with that just being me, you know what time is just being us is?
Time for us to get out of here and pull some giveaways.
Yeah, but that's the point, is Knight Rider. I don't want to pay $7 for something I'm just going to break down to a pattern. I would actually say pay $5 just for 3 or 4 patterns, and then pay the higher price $7 for the original pristine item. That's the point. Is I'm not spending $7 just to get a pattern. That's what I'm pointing out is.
Okay. But
Why would
my
it
bundle
cost difference?
want to.
Because that's how they've done it with all the other stuff. Again, you go to the pattern store and look at pattern packs, and you'll see there's a cost difference. That's why.
Yes.
Because Shroud math. That's really why. But
Well, I mean, Shroud math,
yeah,
as
thank
we
you.
all know, is not very
Yeah,
consistent.
he gets it now. Yeah. All right,
Yes.
closing the giveaways, and Andrew Night Owl, he is going to get one of those streamer bundles, and Tina
Dwip
O'Near.
and Paladin Michael. Check your in-game, or Dwip, Lebu Lionheart. Check their in-game mail for those streamer bundles.
There's
And
Andrew.
then
You got
Tina
yours.
getting a Steam key for Strategic Mind the Pacific. Is Tina.
Alrighty, and there we go. Streamer bundles are handed out for this Two for Tuesday. And then we are going to go and pull the final giveaway. In-game name is Winfield. You're too much. Fish.
Yes.
Closing the giveaway. Picking a winner. And Knight Rider is our game key winner. And let's see what we've got for Knight Rider.
Strategic Mind, the Pacific is currently on sale for $12, but a regularly priced $30 game for Tina.
And Knight Rider is going to get himself a copy of Wanba Warriors. Wanba Warriors, $4.99 retail price, on sale for a whole $1.49 right now. But a free game key is a free game key. So congratulations, Knight Rider. And of course, thank you all for joining us here each and every day. We do appreciate it. And of course, we will be back with more tomorrow for the last show of the week due to the 4th of July holiday. So join us then, and we'll be back. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
I'm Lomir.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.